You can consider, like staying away from politics as an option for women, but in authoritarian systems like the case of Ethiopia or the case of other countries, if you leave the political process to take its own course, if people stay disengaged and if they prefer to be apolitical, the stake is too high. You'd suffer, within the system, whether you stay apolitical or whether you'd be engaged. But when you are engaged, at least you are trying to press on the case, and at some point, and eventually you reach at some point, in which you would have a transition to a freer and democratic system. But otherwise, you would be left for a life like full of intimidation and harassment, and your children, you couldn't live them a life in which they wouldn't use their capacity, all their ability they have in their own life, unless they are free. People would be intimidated, and they would not even be able to understand what they have in their life, and they couldn't pursue their passion, unless you can explore, and unless you can express yourself, unless you can be critical to opinion that would be forwarded by anybody else. How could you develop yourself? How could you kind of progress, both in individual and in societal level? So it would be irresponsible, to stay away from such kind of environment, political environment. Probably people in the West, they might have that kind of option because the institutions are there to safeguard those basic freedoms, and they can pursue whatever passion or desire or dream they have in their life, whether their politics is even in that case there might be some kind of price to pay. The politicians may play in a very irresponsible way, and things might go wrong. But even in that case, but at least you have some kind of security and assurance with regards to your basic liberties and rights. But in a system like ours, the stake is too much, and especially for the future generation, I think we have a responsibility for ourselves, for our kids, and for the generation to come. And the stake is too much, and I think the risk and the price is worth taking it.